In the next content patch, that is 10.1.7, Druid have a little bit changes on him, Restoration Druid, and we have some new talents, some other old talents are removed and some talents are reworked, just a little bit. All of this is about just a new talent is Groove Guardians, and I think everybody who played, not sure yet, but they are really cheap on mana, really short cooldown, and they are healing nicely. So I don't see any reasons why not. And these talents is just summoning our shiny trees, and there are casting abilities, and they can cast even Wild Growth, otherwise they are just casting Nourish, weaker Nourish than yours Nourish. So what is being taken off? Being Defocus no longer exists. It's been replaced by the Master Shapeshifter. And the other talent but doesn't exist is Forest Flow, and it's not replaced, but you have one choice, and before that Wild Synthesis was just affecting Nourish, but we have now two choices here, Nourish or Groove Guardians, and now it's have effect on Groove Guardians. When you spawn it, it's casting big Wild Growth. We have here some Wild Growth talents that are improving Wild Growth, but it seems you don't have any effect on the Wild Growth that is cast from these talents, so maybe they will change it, maybe it's bug, maybe I'm just blind. But I was trying to change them and seemingly they're not hitting more targets, so I think this one also doesn't matter. They have just special Wild Growth that doesn't matter in your talents. So I'm expecting, I couldn't try it because on PTR you cannot go dungeon because nobody is playing here. There's barely some people online, and I just added these two talents, and I needed to take it from somewhere, and Druid right here is kind of packed. There's not much you can choose to not take or take. So I was thinking quite a long time what is best choice to sacrifice, so I choose to not have this Tranquility cooldown, because Tranquility is not so huge in dungeons, and we have new ability instead of that, so well, you take something, you get something. We still have Tranquility, but it's just a longer cooldown by 1 minute, and you don't have 20% damage reduction, but you can compensate, just go to the bear. Cast the trees, go to the bear. I guess it's similar stuff. And the other thing is the budding leaves. Even before this season we had 2 points, this season we have just 1 here, and I guess we will just take the 1 here, just increase healing for the tree. You are getting free Wild Growth. It's like 15,000 to the 5 targets, so it's like 80,000 when I was trying to heal on dummies. So it's nice, 80,000 free heal every 20 seconds. And that's also the cooldown for the trees, and you have 3 charges, so you can just cast them together fast. And what is funny with the trees, they have duration 15, charges 20 seconds, and you can have 3 of them up. But I don't feel they are really like burst healing. I was hoping like Groove Guardians will be just replacement. Ooh, I need to heal fast because somebody dropped and I was not ready. I don't have my healing over time ready, but it's not really that. So I don't think it will be a huge difference about what it's doing inside the dungeons. Mainly because you still need to be prepared with your heals and your HOTS on the targets, because Nourish is healing 300% bonus from Mastery. But that means if you don't have HOTS ready on targets, it's not so fancy. This official Nourish is 40,000, but the tree one, it's healing 10, 11,000. I don't know what this chance to go because my Walker is blasting next to me, so it's increasing my stats. About 10,000 healing, and you want to have that improved by Mastery 300%. So it won't heal that much anyway if you don't have odds ready, so it's not your just favor if you need to heal some boost healing and you're not prepared for that. It just to help in just Nature Sweetness is our best choice. And it's still 1 target. So not so fancy from that side, but the other talent I was thinking will be huge, but then I seen position of it. And if you check some dungeons, I check some person here, I think like 8-1. What is the key? 27. House of Infusion, so not a low key. And I just check damage, and you just, what is Sunfire, Moonfire, Nature's Vigil, Adaptive Swarm, a disembellishment, so let's ignore it. It just had time just for 57 cast of Wrath, and that's barely 1.7 million. That's almost nothing. I guess he played Kitty 2, I can see. And what that means is, you as a druid, you don't have that much time for doing damage, because changing form to Kitty or Oval is another global cooldown, and then when healing you are losing that, so you need to check back and stuff like that. So your best choices is Nature Vigil, because you are always using that, so of course you are doing damage with that. Adaptive Smart we have always up, so you're doing damage with that. And Sunfire is so easy to use. It's just click it, new pack, new pool, click it, everybody got it. Oh, it dropped down after 13 seconds. I'll click again, and you're doing nice damage. Look at this, nice 13.5 million, and Moonfire at the same time. You are just spreading it around. And that means when we are losing this talent, this is your damage over time effect deals the damage in 25% less time. I mean, okay, you are clicking them more often, but that's what you want, because it did deal the same damage, just faster. And this is 25. And this one, like, let's take on Moonkin, your Wrath, Starfire, and Star Surge is dealing 30% additional damage and generate 2,500 mana. But with the Druid, if you are low on mana, it's from damage anyway, because your Starfire, your Sunfire is 6,000, Moonfire is 3,000, and usually don't spend that much mana on healing, because you just spread some odds and is usually enough to pump your whole party. So I don't think mana regen is worth it, and I don't think even in raid mana regen is worth it, because you also don't have time just spamming those Wraths. Like, your Wrath is costing 500, it will be returning you 2,500, but you need to be in Moonkin form, and you don't have so long blind moments in the raids. Oh, I have nothing to do, so I will start casting damage for I don't know how long. Like, I'm not saying it's absolutely worthless, but I don't think it will be worth over the other choice. If you can heal same stuff 15% faster, I think it's a better choice. Because in raid, if we have enough rejuvenation, then we are casting 3 regrowths non-stop and non-stop. So we're just spamming those regrowths, and it's hard to have 40 rejuvenations on 20 members and 20 regrowths. It's hard to get, so I don't think we will have time to just stop and blast damage. There is not many bosses. Of course, some first bosses, it's worth it to pump a little bit more damage, but like the healing wise, I don't think this is just useful talent. And we also got the Balgrowth, momentarily shifts you into Mind Intro Emerald Realm, instantly healing all allies affected by a rejuvenation regrowth by 10,000. So this one, it was 2 point talent, now it's 1 point talent, and it's 200,000 eventually if everybody is hurt. 200,000 for your whole raid if you play Mythic and 20 people are there, and if you have, of course, odds on everybody. So it's worth something, but still, what else should we sacrifice? It's hard to choose from. So let's just check on the tree, and also what I think, like, mastery will be more important than ever. Is still, now you're in raid, you are playing haste mastery, in dungeons you are playing haste versatility, and maybe there will be more better to play more mastery, because the tree and nourish and 300% bonus from mastery, maybe, but still mastery is not increasing your damage, and if you are healing enough, why would do that? And I think trees are healing decent, so let's just prepare Life Bloom so the trees have nice huts. Oh, this will be nasty, so I will blast 1 tree, 2nd tree, 3rd tree. Maybe I should wait between the casts. So let them heal the full, and we will check how much they are actually healing. Keep odds up. So Nourish is blasting. So trees are gone. And let's see what we have here. So the stop. So healing. Okay, it's stuffed. So this is 3 trees. It's 27 casts, so they're casting like 8, 9. Depend, maybe. I don't know. They moved before they start casting or something like that. But they're casting about 8 or 9 casts. of Nourish every single tree. The average yield is 18-20k. Depends how hot, because you know you never know what they're casting. This is nothing is overheal, yeah, because it was healing always this dummies that have 0 health or 1 health. So one tree is healing about like 150 200,000 just from Nourish, and the heal wild growth is not so huge because I don't know if they are overlapping or not. 1,500. No, they're different. Okay, so you can actually it can actually help you some, like burst healing. Just spawn 3 trees. You have 3 charges ready. You just place Life Bloom that is counting as 3 stacks for your mastery as 3 hots. Just put the Life Bloom on 1 or 2 targets that are dying and then blast 3 trees. That's not healing nicely away because it's not actually stacking. Actually, another thing I want to try, if they will use Wild Growth, can I extend it? The Flourish. No. Alright. So their healing is nothing in comparison. It's nothing to do with my heals. So the question is if Nourish is helping. No, it's definitely because their base healing is 10,000 and there was healing 18 to 20,000 on average. So it's definitely worth it. So I definitely think at least this town will be taken because it's even costing 3,000 mana. I think that is hard to choose something else over it because it's really strong. It's not something, oh, there's everything will be healed by the trees now. Well, I need to try some raid, some dungeon. And as I'm speaking with the raid, also I was thinking about talents. And I think what was there to sacrifice was again Puna from Tranquility. Tranquility is not healing as much. So I think overall, when I check some, this is Magmorax, some random guy with the top 100, and Tranquility is 2 casts on Magmorax and it's touched 2.5 millions. And I think trees will do more than 2.5 millions in how long fight? In 4 minutes, 5 minutes. 2 seconds to 5 minutes fight. So I think this is a good thing to sacrifice, but you will still cast 2 Tranquilities, so you will just have a little bit problem with the knockbacks, but you can just compensate with our charge. And the other thing I was thinking to sacrifice because I needed 1 more talent. So I was looking for the second one quite a long time, but I just couldn't find it because you are blasting mastery. You need rejuvenation, you need double rejuvenation, you need extended duration of rejuvenation, you need regrowth, healing over time 50%. We are going full mastery. That's why we need these guys, because it's another hot, so it's another mastery. Actually, that's what I had. And this is, I think, is no-brainer because we just don't have time for that. We just clicking always. We still have 5,000 or more haste, and it's still not enough to click everything we want in the time we want. And this is definitely worth to take. This one we need because it's another healing over time for our rejuvenation, so we are definitely taking that. And I think the best thing to sacrifice is the talent over here. So let's put it. So this is increasing our healing the lower target is, but when we are blasting, everybody's full. So, you know, if you are healing a lot, you don't have low health targets. So I'm not saying this is not good talent, but I think this will be better. And I think just like overall, DRUID will be more fun because I feel like there is in raid mainly there is not so much to cast. We are using 3 abilities, and then we are hoping for Flourish with Convoke and using Flourish as main everything what is happening around you. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm quite excited. I really like the tree gameplay. Maybe I will be triggered a little bit by which targets they are targeting, because they are targeting when you spawn them, they will heal 30,000 to primary target when you click it, and then they are continuing healing for under 15 seconds. So just time will show if they are, because their first heal is definitely primary target, but then they're casting on random, and if they are choosing bad targets where there is no HUDs and that will be not so optimal. But I just need to try it. I cannot hear damage, it will tell me nothing. But I think Druid will be even more fun than it is now. I quite like it, and if I will get more invites to the dungeons because of the tree, I will take it. And I will try to make my gear for master even for dungeons, and why not? Because I still won't play anything for damage. So yeah, we'll see. Let me know in the comments what you think about new changes of the Druid. Definitely want to hear that, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.